Hello.
Hello, Sara. Nice to have you with us today. Wonderful.
Nice to meet you.
And do you have your pitch deck that you'd like to share via the screen?
Yes, so just let me share my screen with you. Just a second.
Wonderful.
Can you see it now?
Not yet. It takes a couple of seconds.
Yeah. So let me just click on share. I only have one, so I
There
hope
you go.
can.
Yeah.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fantastic. So that's going to be your 3 minutes starting now.
So about Recash, talk about Recash, a revolutionary cashback tool. Recash is a fintech company addressing the problem of loyalty programs. So for consumers, it's always to collect points, redeem their offers, have their loyalty card with them. So more often than not, it's causing more annoyance than pleasure. And retailers, for these exact problems, these loyalty programs just simply don't bring the expected results. Plus, they can only access their own, which is not very useful when they want to compete with other companies and grow their market share. So we created Recash, which is the first cashback app using banking data authorized by national banks. So how does it work? Accessing transactional data of our users, we can automate the whole cashback process. So after the user registers with a single email address and gives consent, they receive cashback without anything to do whenever they make a qualifying purchase in line. So it's free, simple, and compelling. Technically, it's money for the retailers. So our tech gives our partners a panoramic picture of consumers' finances and spending habits, both in-store and online. So Recash then allows stores to act on this insight, delivering promotions to shoppers through our app. So basically, they can directly target their competitors' customers, resulting in market share growth more often. PSD2 actually, I don't know how familiar you are with it, but it was never intended to use, and we are one of the first fintech apps to be allowed to access consumers' financial data. And with this information, we profile our users, then a Netflix-like recommendation system on where to do their next is to earn more cashback. So we launched a pilot in Hungary approximately a month ago with quite good results. So we already have partners signed up, and it's growing. More than 2,000 active users who already given consent, and it's growing by the hour. And what's most striking is our cost of user, which is super low if you compare to the global average. Our business model is very simple and transparent. So we earn 20% commission on the total cashback our partners pay to our customers. And even with prudent assumptions, our turnover at the end of the third year will reach 3 million and 27 by the end of the fifth. So the ask is 2.2 million to expand in Europe, and our previous two investors happy to co-invest, which is always a good sign. Our team has technical, financial, and commercial skills, and we are ready to take it to the next level. So we are at the verge of disrupting the intersection of fintech and retail tech, and as you like to say, keep your customers close, customers even closer. So thank you very much.
Wonderful. Just a few seconds overrun there, but that's fine. No problem, Sara. Really nice presentation. Great job. So let's hand it over to the judges for 4 minutes of Q&As.
Sure. So thank you, Sara, for the presentation. You mentioned that you are using data from your customers and also have data from competitors. How do you deal with the data privacy regulations?
Yeah, so obviously it's a very delicate question, and we are complying to the GDPR and privacy policy and data handling issues. What I mentioned at the beginning, that we only ask for a single when the user registers, so we don't actually know who is that person. We just give them a unique number, so the privacy is assured.
Thank you.
Sometimes in different countries, even the email address can be you need to approach with only email address, even if it's very unique. You should take him that is data, private data, and also about GDPR.
Yes.
This is very delicate. Always when we think about the creating a profile of customer. I check on your website that you work with the quite big companies like Practiker. I guess they have errors, some tests with other loyalty programs. Do you have any information from one of your clients? How good is your program? If they compare it with some other program that they tested earlier?
Yes, so it's very important for us to get actual feedback from our partners, and what they highlight is that we can actually provide them with information on their competitors' customers, because traditional loyalty systems only see their own customers' information, what they and when they purchase. But with our system, with PSD2, obviously open banking allows us to get a much broader picture of all the customers, and that's the strength of it. And with Practiker, yes, they have their own loyalty system, but we can integrate that, we can build on that, and there's no conflict in that.
Okay, it's mean you can also work in work and help if they're using some other programs, built by themselves, or for example, they using some outside similar programs.
Exactly. So actually, when we identified our competitors as an indirect competition, it was the retailers' own loyalty programs in a way, because they might see that we have one. So it is also our task in our communication to convince them and why is it different and why does it give more to them.
Okay, and do you have some numbers from your clients that show using that program we get easier, for example, 1,000 new clients or something like that? What kind of numbers do you have already?
Yes, I know what you mean. We just launched our pilot, so it's actually kind of early to show those numbers. So what we've seen is the spend and the cashback we've been able to give to our own users, but we are hoping to then start making these reports on the new users. Bearing in mind that in Hungary, we started with Revolut only. So these two users is only Revolut users, and then we are connecting all the other banks' APIs to that. So we are actually expecting an exponential boom users and partners at the same time.
Great stuff. Thank you very much, Sara, for your time.
Thank you.